I'm sure. No, it's comfortable. You know, there's not other offices right here where everybody's looking at you when you're walking in, like you're going down a hall looking for something, and there's everybody. Well, you know, it's comfortable.
And then, kind of when you first come in, what's the initial impression before even talking to the first staff? Like when you first walk in the door, you're looking around.
It's very professional.
Okay.
Very professional. You know, there's nothing I can think of that I don't like about it. And
what do you kind of see when you first come in?
I see a professional office.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you've got entertainment for waiting, coffee, and you've got people that are ready to talk to you if you want to talk to them.
Okay.
I didn't come in here embarrassed or unresponsive, and my guess would be that if I did, your office would know how to handle that. Your office would probably do a good job of, if somebody doesn't want to talk or if they're embarrassed, they would probably take it easy on them and try and get them to talk a little bit, but getting to see you is not a problem. So the professionalism is very good. Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Well, I used to question, why do you do this? You're obviously a very good doctor. You know, you could probably do something that makes a lot more money, although I don't know how money works in medical practice.
Yeah.
And you said something that I thought, well, here's the reason. And you said, because I like working on something that makes people happy. Yeah. That if I'm doing cancer or something, the chances of them being happy aren't very good when I give them what I can give them. But you give people what you give them and they leave happy. And it makes you happy. And
knowing that you're going home and you're getting it on and being intimate with your wife that you've been with for years, decades.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's a gift. I mean, that's something you can do. You know, I think medicine's gotten the way of thinking that quantity of life is more important than quality of life.
Yeah, if I had to die earlier having this going on rather than to not have it anymore and die later, I'd rather die earlier.
I'm with you, right?
I know that's a little rough saying it that way, but it sure adds to your quality of life. And you know, when I first met you, there was a couple of introductory classes. Was it at Caseman? It was at a hospital.
Okay.
And when I walked in and saw men much older than me, one in a wheelchair, I was amazed. I thought, well, those guys, they've lost their sex long ago. But they were as anxious to talk to you as I was. I was amazed at the different ages. And there were people younger than me that have different problems that you obviously have taken care of or are taken care of. So that was a lot of putting me at ease to come here. And then I spoke to you in the hall that day. I walked down and I said, do you know where this class is? And you went, come on, you're with me.
I brought you the hallway, that's right.
That's right. And you just know how to put people at ease pretty quickly. And that's important. That's important, yeah.
And I think for us, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to change the way we do healthcare for men. So guys will come in to see a physician or provider for things that really matter to them. Sex, peeing better, sleeping longer, making sure they don't have prostate cancer, right? Making sure their testosterone levels are balanced, maybe a no-needle vasectomy. But how can we help guys evolve fearlessly into the best version of themselves? Because if I can impact that and change their healthcare trajectory by even 5% now, then over decades, you're really going to have an impact on their overall health.
Yeah.
And I think sexual health is just as important, every part of health for a guy. We identify as guys.
Yes.
I mean, it's a big part of who we are. I mean, and if we can affect health in a positive way for guys in small ways, but then it has a positive effect, a ripple effect to other parts of your life, in your personal life, your professional life, relationships in the community, at work, even globally, depending on who you are and what you do. But if we can initiate that kind of ripple effect, taking a pebble and dropping it into a still pond and watching it, now I can never measure that, but that's the concept. I mean,
no, it's a good concept because you often see people get a devastating disease and they set their mind to beating it by whatever they have to do, but they change their attitude about it and they win. And not always, but that making yourself that much happier has to add to your quality of life and your length of life all of that. You just mentioned a few things that I didn't even realize you do. So there's a wide range of reasons why people, a wider range than I thought of why people end up here or not. Another good thing was my physician, my endocrinologist. He's the one that I was telling about it, and he was giving me the drugs, stacks and whatever it was, and it wasn't working. And he was really interested in knowing that I could beat this and get my life back to being more comfortable. So he constantly gives me a hard time now. I saw him the other day and said, "Are you getting it on? How you liking it?" And I tell him, "It's great." He goes, "Yes, it is great, isn't it?" So there's a lot of support.
Yeah.
And you have to, I don't know if people can walk in here without a reference unless they're paying for insurance, but you have to have a good relationship with your physician. Hopefully everybody has a primary care they can talk to about it.